Hey guys, I'd like to share with you my latest craziness. Okay, I'm seeing so much better results for myself and for my patients when people are on balance boards. Okay, so the whole goal about balance boards is to create imbalance. And when we are on these boards and we are shaking and not balancing, we're actually activating all the balancing muscles or all the stabilizing muscles in our brain. We're stimulating our nervous system, and eventually our nervous system figure out there's really nothing to be fearful of. And then our bodies start to adjust, and it really changes everything. And also it changes a person's posture. You know, this setup is dramatic for people who have, knee pain, shoulder pain. Just in general, it's just not, the posture is not correct. So when the head is tilting forward, and I have dramatic neck pain. I had an accident when I was 17, so my neck curvature was actually reversed. So for years I suffered, migraines and knee pain. When I was 50, I couldn't go up and down the stairs, right? So, so being balanced really was my key to avoiding all these pains. And actually, I'm actually recovering. Okay, my neck is just so much better. And the key really is, we can say, okay, I'm going to focus on my posture. I'm going to do this and do that. Make sure my head is straight and everything else. But honestly, nothing beats this. Okay, so if you have a standing desk, or if you can stand on this and watch TV, for example, for half an hour. The body automatically realign itself. It has to, right? Because this darn thing is not balanced. Okay, so there are several progressions and several things that I use. So the first progression is really these balancing cushions. Okay, these are inflatable, so you can adjust the hardness on this thing. Then the next thing you need is a board, right? So I have a cutout of a pine board, based on my own surf skate, which I like the shape. But it does take, tools, and I need to put like a grip tapes or something like that, because I like to use it barefoot. So this, for my patients, it's good labor for me, and I really enjoy woodworking, but takes time. Okay. The next best thing was these skateboards. So I actually got 6 skateboards at 50% off, so they're like $20 each. But now, once I got 6, and I went back to Amazon, and now they're selling for $40. So, and these skateboards are good, right? I like them because they're not flat. Okay, so these skateboards have a concave, so that makes the surface a little bit, has this kind of curvature, and also has the kick side, right? So when they're on this, so they're naturally a little bit more unbalanced, and the concave actually fits the, to me it just feels like we're doing something. I don't know how to describe this, but it just feels freer. Okay, and also once I take off the trucks and the wheels, on some board, for myself. Because this is meant for stationary, okay? This is meant for standing desk, doing computer work, or if you can set it up, reading or watching TV or something like that, or even, making food, in the kitchen. You can basically stand on this and cut vegetables or, chop things and stuff like that, right? So the whole thing is, or yeah, something like that, right? But also, if we want to challenge ourselves, and this is definitely not for standing desk unless you're super good, is to do something like this, right? So this thing rolls, right? So it further challenges our balance. So if you're into martial art, sports, and stuff like that, right? So this to me is a foundation. Okay, this foundation get us to have a really good sense of what's alignment. When I'm aligned, what does that feel? Okay, so the perfect alignment is our bones are situated properly, and our muscles are just there. The muscle have natural tension, so the whole body is tensioned properly, like these fascia, right? And they talk about syntegrity or tensegrity, right? So the whole thing is structured properly. Then there's very little tension, okay? So these boards with the trucks, right? So the truck's normal space is around here, you know, with these 4 screws, but I move it over so I have more space for these rollers if necessary, okay? And the rollers we can use, this is an Indu board roller, and we can easily use something like this. This is a foam roller, so it's a lot easier. And if it's on carpet, it's so much safer, okay? Also, I get these balancing pods, okay? So they come in different colors and they're colorful. They're designed to, you know, basically just put on the floor and have kids kind of step. And they're really good, okay? So we can actually use this, you know, singly, okay? Put a board on this and stand on this 1 foot at a time. It's really good for the ankle rehabs or ankle mobility, right? But if I put 2 of them on a skateboard, right where their wheels are, okay, all of a sudden I'm creating something that's very similar to a skateboard feel, okay? The wheels, of course, doesn't roll, but has a skateboard feel, right? So initially what I was doing when I was learning my surf skate, which I started about 6 or 7 weeks ago, you know, I was really struggling. So what I did was I was, you know, that's why I have that cut up. And I put these balancing pods right where the wheels are. And then I can put my feet, you know, where my stance are supposed to be, right? Then I would actually stand and work and do presentations and stuff like that, right? And then I would learn to say, okay, if I loosen up 1 foot, then I can actually kick this thing up, and I can, you know, balance on this way, and you know, so it really helped me a lot initially. Okay, so so the setup I'm given to, you know, that I'm thinking for my patients is this. Okay, so use the double sticky tape. Okay, these are 3M double sticky. They're probably 1/16 of an inch thick. Okay, they're really good. Okay, and they're not permanent. Right? So we'll attach this. So basically, cut a little piece, you know, 2 pieces, put it on the, and these are inflatable. You know, inflated to reasonable, you know, tension or, and then just tape it, and then just boom, and then you go, right? And if you want to take it off, you can definitely take it off with a little bit of pressure, right? So the ideal setup in my mind will be 2 of these pods, okay, that are taped and have a cushion somewhere in the middle, okay? So there you have a fairly, to me, it's a really stable. Okay, so the cushion, we don't need to secure it. I don't believe we need to secure the cushion, right? But it allows a person, initially, if a person is really not that stable, to feel like, wow, there's a huge stability here, right? And then how do we really use it, right? So I will actually recommend, so right behind me, this is something called a fluidity bar, okay? These things are selling for $500, $600 brand new, but you know, depending on your location, you might be able to find this used for like $100 max. You know, I get mine sometimes for $50 or $40. Okay, and the key is, you know, have something that we feel like we can put our hands on. It could be a chair, it could be a couple chairs. Okay, or, you know, just have the sense of safety. Okay, but on this, honestly, it's hard to really mess up. Okay, with these rollers, yes, you know, people can have concussion. If they fall, because which I did, okay? And then another key is eye level, okay? So when we're on this balance board, the key is eye level, okay? So ideally it's a mirror, so we can look straight into our eyes. You know, I really have a really good setup with a fluidity bar and the mirror right behind, you know, this setup. So my patients will be standing right where I am right now, right? And they will be looking in their eyes, right? And have the body jiggle, and then eventually find the right rhythm, right? Then eventually they shift it to to whatever alignment that's best for them right now. Okay, again, it's right now. It's not there's no perfect alignment in my mind. Okay, we all have to, have to go through stages of alignment, right? Eventually, we'll achieve something that's most suitable for our body type, and that to me was that's the goal. Okay, I think that's all I have to share. Thanks for watching.